What's Chirpin' Crickets? This is Kim from Kim Takes On. Hi, I'm Kim, and this is my co-producer, Terrence the Wonder Duck. Terrence says hi, and he hopes you're all having a wonderful day. And here we are in the middle of December, and it's almost the big day. It's almost Christmas, which is really super exciting. If you celebrate, which is, if you don't, that's cool. No shaming here, nothing like that. But today's show is not about Christmas music, so apparently I'm an anomaly again. Anomaly. Do. Oh, sorry. Oh, guess who needs a little caffeine today, kids? Okay, no. Today's show is a list of mine of my favorite Kiss songs that are not Rock and Roll All Night. So, just to get that out of the way, this is not a list that's in order because that is asking too much of me. That is asking way too much, and to put stuff in order and be really meticulous about that, because I'm sorry, have you met me? Anyway, moving forward. Although there is one song, and I will kick things off with this one song. If something had to be at the bottom of the list, it's this one. Terrence and I had a long talk about this, didn't we? So he's very, very, very good at listening. Everybody should have at least one rubber duck in their house because they're excellent listeners. But we decided, him and me, that this would have to be at the bottom of the list, or to kick off the list is another way to put it. Considering that I know I am risking the wrath of the entire Kiss army by bringing up that one song that I actually like. Oh boy. This is harder than I thought it would. Yes, I know. I need to breathe. I know. See what I mean? He's so concerned. He's so concerned about my well-being. So the first song that I'm actually going to admit through gritted teeth that I like from Kiss, I Was Made for Loving You. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt more than I thought it was going to. Yes, I realized that a whole bunch of people just went, screw you, and turned off this video. I'm sorry. Wait, please come back. I'm not above begging on this show. I'm not. I'm really not. I know some people have just completely lost their snit and are like, that's a disco song, you bitch, and sort of so on and so forth. Yes, I know. It's a disco song. And yes, I know. I realize for a lot of people out there who are my age or slightly older, hello, we all remember the great disco backlash. Some of us might have been part of it. I don't know. But when disco was popular, it was very popular. When it was not popular anymore, holy crap, did people take it personally. There was the whole incident in Chicago where they blew up a bunch of records on a baseball field, and then like 70 billion people started like storming the field, and there was riots and all kinds of crazy crap. And people tend to sneer at disco music. Usually they should be really sneering at the disco culture, which was very much, very exclusive and snobby and stuff like that. But I Was Made for Loving You from the Kiss album Dynasty is not a bad song. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, they went disco, they sold out, blah, 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 blah. The song charted, so I don't know what that tells you. I mean, I'm sure TC can find out some, data on the numbers and stuff like that, because he's really smart like that, and I'm not. But I think it's a really good song. Part of the reason I think it's a really good song is it's because of the video. The video is, a performance video. But the way Paul Stanley looks into the camera and the way he says the lyrics of the song, you do feel like he's singing right to you and saying, I was made for you and you were made for me and all this stuff like that. And I'm a woman and I have needs. Don't judge me. And I was also too young back then to really understand those kind of things. Now I'm not, so let the libidos run free, I say. So my first song that I love from Kiss, that isn't Rock and Roll All Night, I Was Made for Loving You. There, TC, are you happy? I said it. Are you happy, Puddin'? Are you happy? He's happy. I know he's happy. Next on my list is from Destroyer, Shout It Out Loud, which I know some people might consider Rock and Roll All Night Part 2, but it's not. I just think it's a great song because it does have that kind of sing-along, yell-along, pump your fist up in the air kind of thing happening with it, and I just dig that. And I dig the growl that Gene Simmons has when he's doing it's kind of like contrast to Paul Stanley, who's a little more smooth and a little more like, hey, let's party. And Gene's like, Paul's the party, Gene's the after party. So my next song, Shout It Out Loud from Destroyer. The next two songs are actually from the same album, so that's convenient, I suppose. From the album Crazy Nights, the first song is called Turn on the Night, which is just one of those songs. It's a weekend song to me. It's like, you've had a really crappy week at work and, you just want to go out and be free and listen to that voice inside of you that says it's nighttime, it's our time, and go crazy. And Turn on the Night's really good for that. The other song is Crazy Crazy Nights, which is a personal favorite of mine because there's basically the thing that I get out of this song is just basically, like it says, they say they can break you again and again. If life's a radio, turn it up to 10. I love that line. And also, there's part of the song where Paul says, and he's speaking this part, and no one's going to change me because that's who I am. And oh my gosh, did that strike a chord with me. Because it took me a long time to find out who I was, and I think she's pretty cool. I don't know how y'all feel, but I think she's pretty cool. So I like me. And this song made me realize, hey, I can be me. And, the fact that me has purple hair and, is pals with a rubber duck, or he's pals with me, depending on your point of view. And that, I can be kind of outrageous and silly and opinionated and stuff like that. That's who I am. And I'm all up for some crazy nights, So next two on my list, Turn on the Night and Crazy Crazy Nights, both from the album Crazy Nights. My next song, I gotta be honest, I remember this a little bit when I was younger, but I don't remember it really well. Shandy. I do love this song though. I love the imagery that is painted in this song. The whole idea that this is someone that you're in a relationship with, and you know that you love each other, you know that you need each other, but you also know that you're not good for each other. And it's just the whole idea that, I can't get away from you. I don't want to say addicted because that's going in a different way. But, it's saying like, the song says like, say goodnight when we should say goodbye. Because it's like, and there's another part that's, I'm trying to get the lyrics exactly right. Here's another mess I've got myself in, but when you touch me, you ain't helping. I just think that it's one of those songs where it's like, you wonder if these people are unhappy together, but they'd be more unhappy apart. Just a thought. So next song is Shandy. The next song is on 2 albums because it was sung by 2 different people, and I brought this up on my last show. But one of my favorite Kiss songs is both versions of Beth. The original version being sung by Peter Criss on the album Destroyer, and the later version sung by the late Eric Carr on the album Thrashes, Smashes, and Hits. Sorry, just looking at my notes. Sorry, I have to look off screen for 2 seconds. It's Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, because I knew I'd get that wrong, because it's me. If you want perfect videos, go talk to somebody else, because in case you haven't noticed, I'm not perfect. Ta-da. I love this song, and it's so beautiful and so sad, and it's just one of those incredible songs. I know when the original version came out, some people were like, the hell is this? You know, because you didn't think of Kiss as having a softer song like this, but it's so beautiful and it's so moving and it feels so real. The idea that, you know, the whole thing about Beth, I know you're lonely and I hope you'll be all right, but me and the boys will be playing all night. It's just, it's so touching, you know? And even if you're someone that's never been in a relationship with a musician, not for lack of trying. When I was younger, before I met my puddin' and the love of my life who puts up with my crap, who is wonderful and talented and kind and sweet and funny and patient. Did I mention patient? That would be TC in case you couldn't figure it out. No, you're wonderful too. Terrence would like me to tell you the entire world that Terrence is also wonderful. He really is. And he also wants to tell you that you're wonderful too, and he loves you. He gets very like sentimental at this time of the year. Eric Carr's version is really terrific. And I mean, I love Peter Criss's version, but the fact that Eric isn't with us anymore, which sucks. I loved it even the first time. I mean, when he was still with us and I got the album, I was like, damn, why doesn't he sing more? He's really great, you know? I mean, you never know how life's going to turn out, do you? So, next on my list is both versions of Beth, sung by Peter Criss and by Eric Carr. Okay, this one is I don't want to say it's obscure, because saying a Kiss song is obscure and knowing that there are members of the Kiss Army out there, nothing is too obscure for those people, because they will track down any and every single thing that Kiss ever did, and that is great. If you have that time, one of these days I will learn to speak English. I don't know what I usually speak, just me. It's just my own language, because I just get caught up. My tongue gets tangled sometimes. If you have the kind of wherewithal, income, and time to get a hold of every single solitary thing Kiss has ever done, no matter how obscure, and that's an actual, for anybody who's into collecting music or comic books or whatever you're into, baseball cards, or, you know, don't let anybody tell you that your hobby is not cool because it's not their hobby. As long as it's not something that could get you in trouble, you know, as long as it's something that's just a fun hobby and you make sure you still have money for, you know, for grown-up stuff like bills, go nuts, go crazy, have fun. But War Machine wasn't as big a hit as some of Kiss's other works. It's from the album Creatures of the Night. And for one thing, I've always been kind of like, I don't know who came first, their version of this song or Marvel Comics character War Machine, because I'm a nerd. Da 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 da. Truth. The reason that this song means a lot to me, other than the fact that it's great, it's, it's got this really sick guitar work that I just absolutely love in this song, is that this is a wrestling memory for me. The song War Machine was used by Taz when he was wrestling in ECW, and it fit. It was perfect for him because he was this, complete kick-ass dude, and him having a song like War Machine made absolutely perfect sense. Like I said, it's this really kick-ass, in-your-face song, and that's who he was, and that was really cool. It would have been freaking nice if WWF at the time maybe sprung for a version for War Machine itself, and not some pissy watered down version that we got when he went to WWF. But bitter? Who's bitter about that? I'm not bitter about that. Why would I be bitter about that? Actually, the next song is also off Creatures of the Night, and that would be I Love It Loud, which was, it's a great song. I think it's a great song because it's on my list. It is also one of the most WTF videos I've ever seen. You have to watch the video. Just go Google it, YouTube it, watch it, because I remember sitting there going, guys, this is not helping your reputation with the pearl clutching, GCB crowd. Just saying. It's a cool video, but it's definitely WTF. This is another Peter Criss song, him singing lead on Hard Luck Woman, which is off of Rock and Roll Over. I love this song. I absolutely love it. It's so different for Kiss. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a, wow, this is in the middle of all of the stuff that they do, which is awesome. Every once in a while, you find something that just makes you go, whoa. Like, that was really cool. I want to hear that again. I just love the vibe of Hard Luck Woman. I just think it's a really special, different type of song. It's very, like I said, it's very different for Kiss, but I also think it's very, very cool. Finally, from the album Revenge, one of my favorite Kiss songs, and believe me, tomorrow this list will have changed because that's the way my mind works. In case you haven't noticed, my mind, as I've mentioned before, is kind of like a pinball machine. The dinger hits the flipper and the bell goes off and stuff like that. I wouldn't say I'm disorganized, because when I want to be organized about something, I'm very organized about it. It's just that I usually don't want to. But this song, I want to keep at the top of my list. I Just Wanna. This song it's raunchy without being raunchy. It's naughty. Let's go with naughty. It's for when you're feeling a little naughty. And I don't know out there who's on Santa's naughty or nice list. I also don't know where I am. Terrence knows where I am because he and Santa are apparently buddies. And he won't tell me. It's so annoying. But I Just Wanna just has this real, when the opening line is, I've got a body built for sin and an appetite for passion. I'm sorry, my next two words are yes, please. So my favorite Kiss song, one of them, as of this week, as of right now when I'm recording this, is from Revenge. I just wanna. And don't we all? No, I'm not tonight. I have a headache. No, it's what are phrases I never say, Alex? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just stop that. Alrighty. So, what's your favorite Kiss song? Do you have a favorite Kiss song? Do you like Kiss? If the answer to that question is no, then no, I'm not going to say something mean. It's Christmas time. You're supposed to be. I'm trying to be good. Trying. I once tried to act mature and adult and rational and stuff. That was the worst 5 minutes of my life. I'm never doing that again. But if you have any questions, comments, queries, money, Christmas cookies, whatever, platinumroselle@yahoo.com. Please click on the bell saying that you like this video, which says that you are a very eclectic person. I hope you will like and subscribe to our channel. I hope you will check out all the other videos on our channel, which TC works very hard to do because he's wicked smart about music and stuff like that. And I would like to say, because this is going up this week and then next week is the holidays and then I'll be back the week after. So from Terrence the Wonder Duck and me, Kim, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Or whatever you celebrate. Or if you don't, have a great week. Just have a great week. Be happy, be healthy, be safe. And keep rocking, my crickets. I love you all. And Terrence loves you too. Bye.